sports fans. Thank you for checking out the Sportsline Podcast on the CHCH and Parrot TV platform. I'm Bubba O'Neil. As you know, Southern Ontario sports and those who hail or represent the Golden Horseshoe is our primary focus.
And they will dump it off. They got him again. Bruggeling inside the 5, inside the end zone for the touchdown. His second of the night.
He just can't do anything wrong.
Well, the Ticats don't begin training camp until deep in May, but one of their pending free agents has some business to take care of for his country. How about the Canadian bobsled team that in just over 2 weeks will be competing at the Olympic Winter Games at Milano Cortina? That fella, St. Catharines native, Keaton Bruggeling. Thanks for joining us, Keaton.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Bubba.
It's amazing, this transition, that because we're talking about the Canadian Football League and you in a bobsled competing at the world level. We're only a couple of days away, as I said off the top. How do you feel right now, just as you focus on the task ahead?
That's the main thing. You just got to stay focused. It's still a little surreal. It's been a busy week. Obviously, the team was named on Friday, and I'm just trying to control what I can and try to stay within my own bubble.
It's got to be a lot on your plate right now. I mean, it's one thing that I know you spend time competing on the World Cup circuit, but which is obviously you're representing your country and you're doing that. But going to the Olympics, that's a whole different thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's the biggest stage of any sport. Anything, that's all of our dreams at the end of the day. Everyone's looking for that 4-year quad.
Let's start here. Obviously, we first knew you as a football player, right? And hey, here's a guy with playing for the Red Blacks. He's from St. Catharines. And then we all marveled at the move to the Hamilton Tiger Cats. What was that like for you, knowing that you were, in a sense, coming home?
Oh, it was awesome. It was just amazing. There's no place like home. All my friends, I grew up here, been living in the same house for my entire life, 27 years, and 30 minutes away from the stadium. So easy commute, great people with the Tiger Cats, had a lovely experience, and we're looking forward to coming back.
What was your time in Ottawa good too?
Oh yeah.
Was that right?
Oh yeah. No, I had a great time in Ottawa. It was just a blessing for them to have that much faith in me to take me in the draft, coming from Carleton, having seen so much of my tape.
Actually, that's interesting you bring that up. A guy from Carleton playing for, in essence, the home team. Was there any little pressure? Like, I mean, in terms of becoming an athlete, I mean, you're learning so much in your first couple of years. Was there pressure?
The pressure was there, definitely. I got drafted pretty much over intangibles. Didn't have a great last season of my career. Had like 3 quarterbacks. Those poor guys. They were young guys and they were just figuring it out. But no, I didn't really feel the pressure because you just got to do your best. That's kind of the name of the game. As long as you just show effort, you can play special teams. Why
Hamilton? Why did you choose going to the Ticats? I'm sure there must have been other places that you could have considered going when you became a free agent.
Well, there's the home aspect, obviously, just getting to hang out with my friends again and be able to be back with the roots. But I heard so many great things about the organization. Heard so many people coming from there or have played there before, and we have the CFLPA report cards, obviously, and there was always glowing results with Hamilton, and they have got nice new facilities, and it's just it's just lovely.
I don't want to dwell on it too much because we're still talking about it. The East Final.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, even for myself. I mean, it was such a wonderful year with this team.
Awesome. Yeah.
What was it like being a Ticat for you? You know, in a team that was successful and, quite honestly, had a chance.
Yeah. Well, no, we were playing really well. Like we were talking about before the show, I don't know how we feel about the bye week anymore. I don't know if we just should have kept playing, but that's not up to us. We earned our spot for the bye week. But no, the team was outstanding. We're a great group of guys that all like kind of melted together, and like it was just great camaraderie, and we really became a brotherhood by the end of the season.
Well, I hope you remain part of that brotherhood, as I know it's an interesting time for a lot of players where, you know, you got to take care of yourself in terms of contracts and all that kind of thing. I hope everything works out for yourself and that you become part of the Tiger Cats one more time and get a deal done, because we are seeing some players. I mean, Tim White, a guy, an outstanding wide receiver, he's now in Winnipeg, and I guess you hear it in professional sports. It's part of the business, right?
It's part of the business. You don't know. It's not like college. College, you know the seniors are leaving. You know this. It's like when you leave that locker room, you're like, I hope I see you guys again.
Now, what many of us did not know, and I know some of the people in the bobsled community knew, that there was a guy playing in the Canadian Football League that also was competing for Canada. A lot of us didn't know about this. First things first. To be fair, many of us in sports, I want to be a hockey player. Yeah. I want to be a football player. I want to play soccer. Did you wake up and want to be in a bobsleigh?
No, actually, the introduction for me was Jay Dearborn, who was a Ticat, also played for Saskatchewan, but he was from Carleton too, and he went and he was the first one to kind of break the ice for the idea of it, because I played with him 1 year at Carleton. And to train for the Combine, I went to Can-Am Strength and Conditioning in Ottawa, and they had 2 Olympians there and more bobsleigh athletes, and yeah, between the running and the pushing and the testing, they said that I'd probably be pretty good at this, and I kind of got my hand held right into the season.
Okay, so you can be pretty good at this, but there must have been something that said, I could either really be embarrassed.
For sure.
Or I could maybe do this. What was the decision process there?
Oh, you're just...
knowing that you're playing professional football.
Yeah. The first season, I actually... I remember texting my pilot, Pat Norton, and telling him that I wasn't sure if I was ready to do the season. I'm not sure. Like, I just got off of football. And he basically told me that my flight was on Tuesday. And, I kind of got thrown into it. But then you see the numbers we test in the ice house, which is just like track, it's just time. It's just time. So saw some good numbers, tested pretty well amongst the team, and I thought if I really put my head down, I could probably make something of this.
So yes, so it's crazy because when you're playing in the Canadian Football League, you're traveling a little bit. You're going to Van City. You're in Regina one day. Yeah. Well, hold on a second. You're on the World Cup circuit. You're traveling all over Europe, are you not?
Yeah, we went Norway. Then we drove through Sweden to get to Latvia. Then we went through, I think, Poland to get to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Italy at the beginning. So, yeah, it was a big tour. That and the North American Cup circuit, got to go to Whistler for the first bit of the season, and then Utah, which is always a lovely place. You know,
in previous chats that I've had with, say, Donovan Bailey, as you know, amazing track athlete, one of the best of all time. Adam Van Couverden, one of the best paddlers and rowers of all time. And I know in conversations with those guys, I've started to realize that we have these North American biases where some of those sports I just talked about are the main sports that get talked about. But in Europe, sports like yourselves, paddling, rowing, running, track and field, they're massive in those countries, are they not?
Absolutely massive. Germany, I think we always have the best showing of just the whole town coming out to watch a bobsleigh race. And it's one of the best environments to just be and compete at, because everyone's cheering for everybody. Yep.
Skiing, it's amazing to hear. And when you hear people going, Canada, Canada, what's that like?
We had some great fans. I think they were Austrian, but we had some great guys that we met in the hotel. And they went and they got a Canadian flag the last race of the year, and then the big stands after we got 6th, and they came down and they were just chanting. They were the only ones chanting for the Canada. Well, no, it's awesome. I absolutely, there's nothing quite like it to just wear the flag and just feel that pride.
You know, when I continue to link the Tiger Cats and your Canadian bobsled team, I mean, it comes obvious to us that, you know what, you're the second Tiger Cat that we know about that is part of the team. Obviously, Jesse Lumsden transferred from one sport to the next and spent many years. He too competed for the country at the Olympics and the World Championships. And he's still part of the program, I hear.
Yes, sir. High performance director. Essentially a head coach, in layman's terms. He's a great resource for me. In fact, where he understands where I'm coming from. He understands my schedule. I tend to miss a little bit of preseason because of the playoffs, and it depends how far we go. So flights have to be booked later than usually. And no, he's really good at working with me and just being understanding of my situation.
And it's great that you have that. That's someone that maybe didn't grow up loving the sport, that he too can sort of help you and guide you in what you need to do and help you along your training, even when you're maybe even football season.
Oh yeah, and he speaks our language when it comes to football. I'm at the line and you got to keep your hips low in the sled, but he just goes low pads. You know, like he speaks the same lingo, and it really helps me just the coaching points and the transition.
There are people that are watching this sport right now that are probably excited to see you compete in a couple of weeks. Can you, for many of us basic guys and women that are learning this sport, there are different disciplines, and I know you are part of a 4-man bobsled, right?
Yep.
But there's others as well too, right?
Yep. The women have monobob, which means they push and they drive. It's just one person, and that's really cool. Then women have two women too, and there's 2-man. Our 2-man push athletes are Shaq Murray Lawrence and Mike Evelyn O'Higgins. They're also part of my 4-man crew. And then, there's the 4-man discipline, which is where everyone shows up to watch because it's a little bit of carnage sometimes.
It's a big boat that you guys are in. Big boat that you guys are in. What made you say that the 4-man was your discipline?
I really enjoyed the team aspect of it. How the 4 guys in a sled. It's a lot like football, where like you kind of just like head first into whatever comes at you. It's like kickoff. You're in the huddle, and you're like, let's go do this. It's a much more team environment than just you and your pilot.
Pilot in front.
Yep.
Brakeman in the back.
Yep.
You're in the middle, right?
Yeah.
What are the 2 in the middle doing?
So we all push, but then the side guys, it's a little more technical to load from the side, but there's also, you want to work with your skills, right? So Shaq Murray Lawrence has the fastest track speed out of all of us, like just foot speed. So he's riding on brakes because he's the longest on the ice. And Mike is the first one in, but Mike's also the strongest push athlete we have. He's a big, strong man. So his value, other than just being a dog, is just getting it off the line and just really digging it out. So yeah, you need 4 guys. It's hard to push fast when you got one guy holding you back.
Wait, sorry, how long do you have to push?
About 30 meters. The times will be about 5 seconds.
It's like your 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
But you're digging it.
You're digging it out.
Digging
with
in.
Like little, the spikes have like, they're like track spikes, but they have rows and rows of sharp little, like almost like nails.
Okay.
So you can really cut each other up when you're getting in the sled if your feet go crazy and you start messing with each other. But yeah, it's really, it's really interesting.
Well, did you just bring this up that I just actually came to my brain? There was a crazy mishap with I think it was the United States team about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
When you look at that, and I don't know if you had an experience like that in practice and training, what went wrong there?
I believe that the guy who gets in first, he slipped off the bunk, and then in his process of getting in, I think he slid back and kind of knocked the 3 off, and then the brake guy at the back saw 2 guys fall out of the sled, which means you're automatically disqualified, and he just said, I don't want to do this. He just jumped out of the sled, and that actually happened they were off right before us. So they're pushing, and I'm on the line, I'm in my suit, we're ready to rock, we're headbutting each other, and you just hear like muffling, and you look up and just see like bodies spraying all over the ice, and it was and then you got to refocus and just get down there.
Here's the crazy thing for me when I looked at that. I was like, okay, what a crazy mishap, and you're like, oh my God. But there's one guy still in there. Like, again, this is a 4-man. We talk about the size of this. What pressure or how scary, or would it have been scary for that one person in there steering?
Yeah, the pilot. So when you lose 300 kilos of like weight in the back, all of a sudden the 4-man is just a big empty tube, and that gets really skiddy, and like you're going through corners weird, and the driving changes, and you're not going as fast. But no, Chris Horn was a dog for getting that down, and he actually pulled his own brakes. When he crossed the finish line,
yes,
he peeked over his shoulder and then shuffled back, and he had to pull the brakes.
Oh my God, how scary would that have been?
That would have been so terrifying. We're debating, like, if you're the brakeman, are you getting in the sled if you just saw your 2 guys go? I was like, no, I don't think I'm jumping in. I think I'm just going to let it go.
Wow, it's incredible. You know, when and I look at you guys as athletes, and you know, now that you really understand the sport, what would you say makes a good bobsledder?
The intangibles are just speed and power. That's why football translates so well. It's just to be the biggest and the fastest guy around. Another reason that they like football players is because we're tough. It's not easy going down a track. It's really hard on your body. You're facing like 5 G's of pressure in some tracks, and in Whistler you go over 150 kilometers an hour in the 4-man, so you're really getting whipped in the back. And it's not for everybody. We've had people show up, do one run, and say, I'm good. And just say, I'm done here.
Really?
Yeah. And we're also team players. We come from a big team. It's something that like not a lot of athletes, a lot of track guys, like they just come from individual sports, so they haven't been a part of that dynamic. But football, you got 47-man roster, so like you got to get along. You got to get along. You got to learn how to be a team.
Is it dangerous?
It's fairly dangerous. It's fairly dangerous. We have, I think, the most statistically dangerous crashes, like when you do flip. They're getting more rare and rare, just based on the skill level of the pilots coming up. But another thing is that a lot of these tracks were made 20, 30, 40 years ago. and the sleds have gotten faster. So they're not meant to go that fast down this track. So, yeah, it's just there's always a sense of danger, and I'd be lying if I said that I'm always nervous on the line. I'm always anxious, especially training. You're just praying for the pilot, just making sure he gets it down.
It's neat that you bring that up, the fact that and we've seen this in all sports really, that the facilities they've been for many years, and there are new facilities coming up. You talk about Ticats in a new field for the most part, only 10 years old. But yeah, the sport, as we see in all sports, the actual equipment is changing. How much, or has there been much change? Like, I know aerodynamics would obviously be very important in the sleigh. Has it changed much over the last 25 years?
Yeah, they change just about every year. If you're a well-funded nation, like the Germans have the highest budget, and they get a new sled just about every single year. We are in a 2018 sled from the German champion back then. And he's still racing, but we're in a 2018 sled, so they cost a lot of money. A 4-man bobsleigh is probably going to run you around like 80,000 euros.
What?
They're very expensive, so it's a balance of, like, do you have a good mechanic to make it fast, or do you just want to get a new sled, you know?
Well, it's like F1.
Yeah.
In many ways, right?
No, exactly.
The expenses of the sport and the dangers of the sport, but also, okay, as I talk about the dangers, is it a thrill, a need for speed, or like, is there what's the high?
Yeah, so I've been skydiving before, and I kind of compare it to that, where except when I went skydiving, once I hit the ground, I was like, that was fun. Let's never do it again. That was fun. Never again. Yeah. But no, there's no feeling like it. You're in the sled, and because your head's so low, you hear like the essential of like radio static. It's just like you're just rolling down the sled, and no, it's hard to tell where you are, because you'll see pictures of yourself upside down going through a corner, but you don't really feel that in the sled. You're just kind of like tucked in and just like getting whipped. But it is a rush for sure. I recommend it to anybody who can do. They have tour bobs in almost every track in the world. You can pay to just go down.
Wow.
Yeah.
You brought up the phrase G-forces, and I know because I'm sort of a race guy, I understand. Can you explain to everyone what a G-force is, what that is?
So it's going to be the same thing that like fighter pilots face when they black out. They pull, I think, like 8 Gs before you start to like really go, but it's essentially just like, I think it's the gravity, the pressure on you as you go through the corner, because you go through a tight corner that might be just like the back of the studio at 140, and you're just pinned down. You couldn't get up if you wanted to. You're just getting thrown to the bottom of the sled, and those tracks
That's
are
just pressure.
Fun. Yeah, it's just pressure. It feels like someone's like standing on your back and just like pushing on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. You guys are great athletes. It's amazing. Okay, so when did you really feel like you knew the sport and was it 2025 really that you became part of the team?
Yeah. This is my 3rd season, but you kind of figuring it out, especially when you're learning how to push from the side and jump on that little bunk. And it's technical. I've done some yard sales where like you like lie across the sled and you're like spinning around trying to get in. And we've had some scary moments, but last year was the year that we kind of figured it out. We kind of like came together as a team, because it's the same 3-man push crew that we had last year in this year, and now we've really bonded over the past 2 seasons.
How'd you guys do in the World Cup in your 2026 season? Do you feel like you're peaking for the Olympics?
Yes, I feel like we're doing well. The last race of the year was our best result at 6th, and it was one of the hardest tracks in the world, so we're really positive going into it. We have a great veteran pilot who's been around for, I think, 15 seasons. He's been doing this for a long time, and 3 monsters. We're ranking 4th to 6th on the push rank, which just means how fast you are in the field of 30 sleds. So 4th fastest team in the world off the start, and we got to drive well, and then we could have a good result.
The track you're going to be at Cortina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're in Cortina. That track, and would that be a World Cup track?
Yes, it was it's brand new. It's brand new. They just built it. They were curious on if Lake Placid had put a bid in for the Olympics for the sliding sports, because they weren't sure if they were going to get the track done in time. But they got it done, and I wasn't there for that World Cup race. It was at the very beginning of the year, but yeah, it's a nice track. It's beautiful. It's a little bit of a construction zone still, I think, but I think it'll be done by now.
That's what the hockey guys are saying.
Yeah, you're just erecting buildings.
We just found out we got the Olympics.
Yeah.
We're just building. It's crazy that they're having these kind of struggles in Italy with getting the facilities together. So this is a new track. Because of that, does it even the playing field a little bit? Because there's not that history.
Yeah, every track's a little bit different, and obviously your home track's gonna be your home track. If the World Cup would have come back to Whistler, we'd hopefully dominate because our pilots have had thousands of runs there, because it's just, and it's also a track that everyone's scared of. Everyone's scared of Whistler. But yeah, that's another thing I'm really excited about, is that it's not like a track that's been around for 10 years for one pilot to have 1,000 runs, and then you're just kind of playing an uphill battle, you know?
It's crazy. So just to inform people, each, I guess, your event in the Olympics, it will be 4 heats?
4 heats.
Combined time or best time?
Combined time.
Okay, combined time, where between, say, medal is obviously first to third, but maybe we'll say first to sixth could be hundredths of a second, right?
Yep. You have some really tight races, especially in a track like this where it's not easy to drive, but it's not the hardest track. So the discrepancy with the pilot skills kind of gets minimized, and there's been some ties. We've tied before.
Tied?
Yeah, tied to the 100th. Yeah, it's outstanding when that happens. You're really funny sharing the podium with somebody else.
That's wild. You've earned it if you tie.
Yeah.
I would say that much. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been an exciting time for you, again, learning the sport, being in part of the sport, football. All this is going on right now, but I know there must have been some, or I'm going to ask you, was there a little nervousness? You know that they have to name a team. 9 men, I believe, are on the team.
Yes.
And you're waiting for that call or that's like, what happened there?
Yeah, it's a lot like football, where like you have the final cut day, and you're sitting there and you're looking at your phone and you're waiting, and you know who's going to call you if it happens, and this is different because you get a call regardless. But yeah, the call came in, and obviously answer very tediously and wonder if it's the time. But yeah, no, it was Jesse Lumsden and Ryan Summer on the call, and I was happy to inform me that I was named to the team, and it was definitely tense leading up to it, but I was pretty confident.
You felt good?
Yeah.
You felt okay?
Yeah, I felt confident.
What'd you do that day? What was your first call?
We had just got back from Europe, so we had an 8-hour jet lag. So I was just dying. It was like 6 p.m. It was like 3 a.m. Germany time. And and then we weren't allowed to tell everybody because the media release wasn't there. So I could tell my friends and family, like close relatives, but no social media, no nothing. So I kind of had to keep it under wraps. But yeah, I called my parents immediately and let them know, call grandma, grandpa, just the essentials.
How'd mom and dad feel and then you had grandpa?
Oh, super proud. It's been a while, and I'm super thankful for them and everyone else, because it's an expensive sport. So I got a lot of donations. I got some sponsors, and it really took a village to get me here where I am. So I had to share with all the people who have been there along the way.
I think that's one of the marvelous things about you Olympians is that, it's not what you're used to for yourself, and most people don't experience what you feel in professional sports, where a lot of things are taken care of for you, and you guys got to show up and be ready to play. Being an Olympian, again, and of course, because it's not hockey, it's not one of the main sports, fundraising, leaning on the community. But I think that's where we see a lot of our people in our community stepping up. Would you not agree? Yeah,
they all come together, and I'm blessed to be born and raised and lived in the same spot in St. Catharines for all my life. So we have a great network and a great community of people, and they all came together to make it happen. And I'm so grateful to have that behind me.
I think the team is 8 with an alternate.
Yeah.
From our area too.
Yeah, Burlington. Yeah, Chris Homestead. He's a great guy.
So would he be with you? Is he?
Yep.
Party, like he's training all with you?
Yeah, he's training. So we had 4 teams, so everyone's racing, and you usually have a spare, because somebody roll an ankle warming up, all the sports things. But no, he was a part of the team. He pushed really well, and he really fought for that spot. He really fought for that spot. Obviously, last spot on the roster, you got to kind of fight tooth and nail to get there, and he did everything right. Helping the team, being a good teammate, pushing well, knowing how to push from all sides of the sled. Because I don't know how to go from the left side.
Right.
It's something I've done maybe once or twice. So I wouldn't be as good there. But he did himself a service and went left, right, brake, so he knows how to do it all, which really helps the spare. It really helps to have a versatile spare so that we don't have to start changing people around.
For sure.
Yeah.
In watching your sport in the Olympics, I think one of the fun things, and of course this was all, I guess, started from the movie Cool Runnings, right?
Yes.
But there's a reality to this because, yes, I would expect Canada, I would expect the United States, I would expect Germany and Denmark and Sweden and Finland to be participating in these sports. But every once in a while, I'm seeing someone like from where my parents are from, Trinidad and Tobago.
TNT.
What is going on with this sport that is attracting so many countries from what you would say non-traditional bobsleigh countries?
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see the guys out there. Jamaica this year is killing it.
Really?
Yeah, Shane Pitter, pilot for Jamaica, he's killing it. He did really well this season, and they qualified as sled, and I think the girls for Jamaica did pretty good too. I think they qualified as sled, but yeah, the TNT boys are probably the funniest because they're like a fish out of water out here in the snow sometimes.
How are they learning? Where's their training?
Yeah, they got to fly to wherever there is training facilities. They got to fly to Europe, or some of them train, like the Australian team likes to train in Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Australian team who just didn't make the cut, some of my favorite boys, but yeah, they train in Calgary, and you just gotta find time. And other than that, it's just track and working out. So you just gotta stay on top.
Yeah, because I would put Australia in that group as well too. What are you doing in this sport? I think that's marvelous. And again, when I look down to it as well too, where I think and this is probably nothing for you because you play football in a community, in a locker room where there are people from all of countries and so many different backgrounds, but I'm seeing like a diversity move in your sport as well too, which I think is so interesting.
Yeah, no, it's just amazing to be able to meet everybody, right? Like, where else are you going to meet all these people in one spot? Because we all just travel together. It's like a high school class. There's like 200 of us, and we just go from city to city in Europe or North America, and we go, hey, I'll see you in a couple days, and we all fly over, drive over, whatever's going on. And yeah, no, it's just like it's just a little melting pot of people who are sliding down the hill. We call it the fun tobogganing.
It's crazy, and to expand that thought, I mean, look at Team Canada, 8-women team, and one of the big names is Cynthia Pia.
Yep.
I mean, a black woman, 35 years old, from Toronto, and it sounds like there's some expectations for her.
Oh yeah, she's a big dog. She can push, and she can drive. She's probably our best monobob pilot, and yeah, she's obviously one of the top-rated athletes that we have. She's outstanding not only as an athlete but as a person. She's a great leader, and she really knows how to handle herself within the team, and she's a good rep for us with the coaches too.
She is part of the monobob community as well too. Like, she's one of those people doing solo, right?
Yep.
What have you done it all?
No, I've never driven a sled. That's on the list for this season.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to learn this this winter.
I can't imagine what that must be like, being all alone. At least you guys can lean on each other.
Yeah.
You can, I'm sure there's some conversation or yelling at each other or whatever through the run. But when you're by yourself, I mean, that's one thing. Skeleton, I believe, is when you're all on your belly and you're flying around. But this by yourself in that, I guess, a smaller machine.
Yeah.
What would be the dynamics of that sport where you kind of have to do it all?
Yep. There's no hiding in monobob. That's what we love about it. Yeah. Some of the pilots, because it is it's experience based. Some of the pilots are older and they're not quite as fast as the brakemen. But when you do monobob, there's no hiding. You got to be able to push and you got to be able to drive, and it's a really cool like just you versus me kind of deal. We wish the men had it, but we're blessed with the 4-man.
Does Cynthia Deuce work with you guys as well too as the men's team?
Yeah, she's around.
Wow.
Yeah. We all travel together.
Okay, you guys are so as it stands right now, it's just one big team for you guys.
Yep.
That's amazing, and it's going to be a fun time for you guys. And in closing, I hear you hear the hockey guys say it a lot. I'm going to have to lean on them for this quote. And I hear it at all levels too, and even junior hockey. We've just seen the World Hockey Junior Hockey Championships, and there's just something as you wear, your Lululemon and the Olympics, the rings, and that maple leaf. Knowing that for the next, couple of weeks that you're going to be representing Canada and wearing the maple leaf, what does that mean to you?
It's just it's an immense amount of pride to not only represent my friends and my family and the hometown to the whole nation and having them all by my back. We went to the Calgary game and we got a little intro on everybody. Good luck. Like, have fun out there. It's I really feel the support, and and just proud to be Canadian when it comes to that. It's an immense sense of gratitude. I can't thank the people enough for how they support us.
Can't wait to cheer you. Like this again. It's a sport that I've kind of liked over the years, even since as a kid, because I talk to you about speed and watching these warriors going down this hill at incredible speeds in these big buckets. It just blows my mind what you guys do and the training that I know is required, and the specialty, the special dedication that you have to get your body in shape. And so you guys have an incredible team, and I can't wait to cheer for you guys. So I know I'm not the only one saying that and believing that. So Keaton, not only because you wear the maple leaf, but you represent our area so well in the Golden Horseshoe. We're cheering for you.
Thank you so much, Bubs. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the Sportsline Podcast. It's like a whole new dimension. I mean, Tiger Cat thing, that's one thing, but doing what you're doing right now is just, it's so admirable. So again, good luck to you, my man.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. Hey, that's your Sportsline Podcast for the day. And if you've just seen and heard, we love talking sports. If you do know of an athlete, team, or event to promote, wow, the country, representing the country. The Sportsline Podcast, you want to hear from you. Please hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe button. If you have something to say, please comment. For the outstanding people that make the Sportsline Podcast possible, thank you so very much. And we'll see you real soon.